Hi everybody. Uh, just happy today. Just me. Aaron's eating some. I, I guess they're treats. Yeah, they're like chew toys. They're pig ears, which functions like to me as like a chew toy. But I guess I don't know. She's occupied. Oh man. I went camping a couple weeks ago. It was super dope, super chill vibes. But something that I noticed is a principle that my brother Donald mentions is about aggression. Me personally, I can I can see the effects that aggression has on like I guess someone's spirit. Uh, I, I observe a change in their spirit, and because of the effects of the change, I recognize the pattern that will be called aggression. It's like I was telling my friend Brandon that the way it looks to me is like a child has a mess and covers the mess with their blanket, and you know they're like, go clean your room. Like, fine. They cover the mess with a blanket. You walk in and you're like, I, I can see that. I, I don't know what the mess looks like, but I can clearly see that there's a mess being covered with blankets. And that's how it is when people try to disguise their aggression. Whether they, wrap it up in jokes, wrap it up with, I'm just saying. However they attempt to disguise it, it's, for the most part, for me, as far as I can tell, it's pretty obvious. I'm trying to remember where I was going with that. And then today I saw a person commit an act of aggression against another. They essentially attacked them, and they disguised the attack as in this as strategy. So hey, why did you attack me? No, no, this is the way that things should be. This is the smart move. And then the person asked, well, how does this help you win? How does attacking me help you win it in this game that you're playing? How does attacking me help you win in this game that you're playing? And they couldn't quite articulate a response. And when I was observing this, I was like, it's like when the little guy picks on the big guy, and then the big guy fights back, and everyone's like, "Hey, why are you hitting the little guy?" And the little guy's like, "Yeah, why are you hitting me? I should be allowed to aggress against you because you clearly have these advantages, and I should be allowed to exploit the advantages you have for attention and feelings of deserving and feelings of authority and power." And it's interesting how often I'm noticing that this is occurring. There may have been plenty of times, I just didn't see it. But as I'm watching this occur, I keep getting flashes of memory. Uh, Brother Donald, he always goes like, competition, narcissism, aggression. They they're triune, And when he does that, I picture like a fucking molecule, like water. You got hydrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, and boom, that's a building block. Once you get a bunch of them, ta-da! Look at all these building blocks together serving a purpose, and it's refreshing to me. And then you have competition, aggression, and narcissism. It's a building block. And when you get a bunch of these building blocks together, you see these effects. You see these attacks. You see this competition, this in desire to understand. Hey, listen. If Beyonce can say bootylicious, I can say in desire, alright? Give my stamp of approval. But this desire to be right rather than intentions to understand. This desire to dismiss evidence. I was talking to my brother, and a story came to mind. It was he works with computers. He does programming. He's made an app, Hidden Chips. If you want to check it out, it's his first app, but I thought it was pretty cool. I played it a couple times. It's like a computer running, and there are two programs. One program the manufacturer installed, and one program was applied, is being applied to it. One program is akin to machine learning. It examines its own pattern, and when it notices an inconsistency in this pattern, it takes steps to correct the inconsistency. The other program functions in the form that it ignores inconsistencies and continues to operate in whichever mode it was already operating in. And we ask which one will cause this computer to continue to grow and develop, and which causes stagnation and will eventually lead to lag and glitches and tons of mistakes. I'm like, well, clearly the one that recognizes its mistakes and takes steps to correct it. And in real time, I noticed that the more aggression, competition, narcissism that the more of those molecules that they have, the more resistance they show to even recognizing their mistakes. It's like they don't even see the mistake. They don't even think that they made a mistake. The fact that, like, the possibility of making a mistake doesn't register. It just ignores inconsistencies. And it kind of makes me feel bad and makes me hurt. But at the same time, it's like, that's dangerous. If this system was allowed to govern things, it would. How could it not lead to chaos? If something is exercising authority, control, imposing rules and restrictions over another without examining the effects that these rules and restrictions are having, without taking the time to see if these things can be tweaked, and if these things are a mistake and should be completely revamped and reorganized, without that self-audit, the system can't help but crash, because the mistakes can only accumulate when examining from outside of the system. Of course, the system examines itself. All clear, all clear. It's like, bro, that clock ain't moved. What do you mean all clear? If it ain't moved, it ain't supposed to. Everything has to be destiny and fate and how things are supposed to be instead of how things are. It's like, oh, because the mindset is designed to consume, then it is always looking for how things are supposed to be because it has to consume more. And when looking at how things are, that's when it will recognize, oh shit, I'm consuming too much. Oh shit. Hey, you know what? I thank y'all for being here with me. just had a little moment. Hey. Oh, just so you know, this isn't a camera personality. So, if I'm not like if I'm around you and I'm not like this, it probably means that I sense a threat. Like I'm alerted. It's like a dog walking down the street at night. You know, ears all the way up. But you know when you're at the house, you know they put your ears back. They get all jumping ampy. It's like, oh, okay, there aren't any visible threats, and I can relax and chill. But like when there are visible threats, and it's like, oh, okay, I don't know the intensity of this threat, so I'm going to give it my respect. I'm going to respect this threat because I need to understand what it's doing. And if it's a threat to me, uh, to things that affect my feelings of belonging, or if it's just, you know, if it just looks like a threat. I'm not really worried about things that look like a threat. I've met some people who look threatening. I, I don't really know other way to describe them. They had strong jawlines, either high cheekbones or more rounded, less visible cheekbones. So their face uh, looked like a mask. And you know, once I talked to them, I realized you know they were experiencing that same phenomena where I I'm sensing a threat, and they're like super lovable and cuddly. Like, oh, bro, I can't believe you're fucking cuddly. Like, like dude's like 6'4", 230, cuddly as a motherfucker. Like, bruh, let's get it. Ah, there was I'm thinking about all my wonderful the wonderful people that I went camping with. Like, it was just such wonderful energy. It was how did Axel put it? He was like more things are out in the open, so people are less guarded, and I love that. I love that. Like, more things are out in the open, people are less guarded. It's like, oh, and that cycles back to what my brother Donald was talking about, like, and how me myself have come to view relationships. We're like, hey, look, everything's out in the open. Shit, hey, I put that shit in songs. Like, oh man, your songs sound so real. How do you make them up? Oh, yeah. uh, there are some of my songs do have fantastical elements. I wanted that to be clear. Not every song I have is based on a true story. Some of them are just moments of my imagination where, moments of my imagination. Alright, I don't know what the theme or structure of this was supposed to be. I suppose would have been a little poignant if I would have considered that. It was just I wanted to do it on Friday and then Sunday. I don't know why Friday. I don't know why Sunday. These, as far as I'm concerned right now, don't hold significance to me. But yeah, like, why not Friday? Why not Sunday? You know, 6:52 right now. I was about to start singing. I'm still gonna sing, but it's just not as relevant to you. It won't matter because you don't know that it's 6:53. but I see it. So to me, but you know, we about to get it in with like, "Doo, it's 7 o'clock on." You know what? I just realized this is going on YouTube, and then we be like, nah. Sorry, I can't sing that song. Cruising the streets, do 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 do. I got a real pretty little thing that's waiting on me. A poor love, anticipating good love. Don't keep me waiting. I got plans to put my hands in places I never was I getting too loud? All right. Hey yo. ABSIRD. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Cash App. Hit me up on Instagram. Instagram ABSIRD1. That's the mistake and correction I should have made with the last video. Plus the information is in the description. If you're checking this out on YouTube, I'm kind of lazy, you know. Probably not gonna put it on the Facebook description. Eventually, I may when I have time, if I remember, if I feel like it, if it so fancies my mind. I really love acting, but it's difficult for me to take opportunities for reasons I can talk about it another day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hearing me out. You know, hey, I'm interested in this being a conversation. Uh, you know, if you know me, like Monica. Oh, my bad. Monica. Yeah, when Monica, like when we talked and you told me how you appreciated the raw authenticness of it. Like, thank you. That in part helped me, gave me motivation and drive to be able to do this one. And I did it for twice as long, y'all. Hey. All right. Have a good day. Abby out.